Hi everyone, this is Deb with the Crafty Texas Woman, and I am here to share a tutorial with you brought to you by CCL, Creating the Crafty Life. As y'all know, this month at CCL our theme is mini albums, and so I wanted to share with you different ways that you can bind your mini albums, whether they're made out of the TPs, the paper rolls, or the chipboard, or even paper bags. So here's just a few things that how you can bind your bags or your mini albums with. These are little rings, and I'm not promoting one product to another. These are just everything that I've used and I continue to use. These are these little rings, and I bind these with both the TP minis and the chipboard minis. And I got a whole box of these, or little bag of these, at Office Depot, and they come in various sizes. So these are all the silver ones. And then I can't remember right. Oh, and these are these are 1 inch, and like I say, they come in various sizes. So that's the 1 inch. And I don't remember where I got these at. May have been Office Depot or my local craft store, and they're colored, so you can get them any color that you want. And another way that I bind things with is with my Bind It All, or yeah, my Bind It All. And you can do this again with your TP minis and with your cardstock. I've even done it with my paper bags. So, and they come, the stuff that comes with it come in various sizes, from a quarter, or from a half inch to all the way up to 1 inch and 1.5 inches. So these are just things that I wanted to share with you. Again, like I say, I'm not promoting one product from another. This is just what I've used. So I'm going to move this out of the way and show you. Well, actually, I can just. Okay, this is from. This is a little mini that I've done. I'm still in the works of it, but you can see right here where I have used my Bind It All and binded my mini here. And like I say, this I'm still in the works of it. And so it works really well, and I'm hoping to be able to graduate to a cinch. I haven't tried one yet, but I want to try it, so I may graduate to that. Let me actually move this out of the way. And so here is the TP that I made last year. It's a Christmas one, using the Bind It All too, with the little rings. I forgot what these things are called. They're Zetters, I guess, but I forgot what they were called. So, and then also, if you wanted to use just the O-rings, I have a crocodile that I use to make my holes in my TPs or in my cardstock. So, or not cardstock, but chipboard. And so, these, I'm sure everyone's seen these and has one. So I've used that. Also, to give a little bit more support in there, I put O-ring, or no, the eyelets around my minis, so that it's easier to move around in. So that's just a few things on how you can bind your minis with. Okay. Another way that is good, that I like to do, especially with my paper bags, is I have my paper bags right here, and this is one thing I'm going to show you, how to bind your bags together tonight. So what I really you can use the little rings, and you can use your Bind It All or your cinch, whatever you want to do. You can do that with. I'm going to do it all with this terrifically tacky tape. Put all my bags together. So if y'all hang on, I'll be right back because I'm going to clear my mess, and then we'll get started on putting our bags together. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Got my mess cleaned up. So what we're going to do now is I've got some paper bags, and these are the Celebration paper bags from Michaels. And you can use any paper bag. You can use your little lunch sack bags that you get at the grocery store. I just like these because they're a little bit better quality, and I just like them a little bit better. But I have made plenty of minis with the brown paper bags from your little lunch sacks, and they work just fine too. So the first thing that we're going to do is I didn't want it quite as long, so I trimmed my bags from the edge right here is 5 1/4. So it's easier for me when I go to cut my paper. I know exactly how much, the length of it is. And so what we're going to do to start is you're going to take your bag, and then you're going to fold it over. And then you're going to use your bone folder to have a nice crease along here. Make sure I'm still in camera. Okay, so that you have this on the inside, and then you're going to do your crease. Okay, so you're going to do that to all of your bags, which I've already gone ahead and done. And then, so what I'm going to do next is on the inside, I'm going to use my ATG gun, and I'm just going to tape down this little flap right here. So I'm just going to go across there. Oops. And I'm going to do that to all my bags. Okay. Just right there. And I probably should have done most of them already, but I didn't because I wanted to, share and talk to you guys and about the minis and stuff, because we're having so much fun over at CCL creating these minis. And we've done, various themes. It could be, like we're doing a Halloween theme now. And then we've done partner's choice. So, you get to tell your partner what you like. And, we've done color themes. We've done all different kinds of stuff. Okay, so now my bags on the inside is taped down. So you've got this like this. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I use my ATG tape on the inside, and that's fine. Okay, but I really am going to recommend that you use a stronger tape to hold your bags together, and you're going to put them just like this. And these are going to, it's what's going to hold your bags together. Okay, and I really like this red tape. I believe it's called the Terrific Tacky Tape or something, and it's pretty strong tape. So I recommend you using this to put your bags together, or like a strong tape, whatever works for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along the edges here and here and here, and then I'm going to put the two bags together, and then that's going to leave me a pocket for the inside where I can put tags in or do something, whatever I wanted to do or whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to get my tape down, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to go right along the edge here, and I've got my tape right there. All I have in front of me are big scissors, and I want little scissors. Okay. And then let me do this other one. Right along there. and then right along here. So I'm just gonna got this right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull off my little plastic stuff over the tape. And then I'm going to line my bags up as best as I can where they're even. Just like that. So now what you have is this, okay? And then you also have a pocket on the inside right there, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do to both of these as well. So I have that. Let me go along this edge. I haven't made a mini in a long time. I've been doing a lot of the TP minis. Oops, let me get this off. Or actually I've been doing some of the TPs with the chipboard. And those are fun to do too. I like doing those as well. I like the paper ones as, you know, too, because it has a lot of room to put a lot of embellishments in it and a lot of pictures. You can put pictures in here. Whoops, that works out really well. And there's room for lots of tags. Lots and lots and lots of tags. Let me get that on there. Go right along the edge. Okay, let me get that right there. So remember to leave the front open, or you can even leave the top open and just do 3 sides and you can have a pocket on top. So let me go ahead and pull this off. Okay, and then now I'm going to line my bags up again. Good. Just like that. Okay. So now I have my pocket right there. Side-eyed, side-eyed. Okay. So now I have these two centers. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is these 2 extra bags. These are your 2 center bags. Actually, I forgot to tell you that you need 6 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then so these bags you're not going to do anything with right away because these are going to oh, here it is. These are what's going to attach. This bag right here is going to attach to your chipboard, okay, for your cover. So you're going to attach that right there, and that's going to be your cover. And then this one is going to attach right here, and it's going to get attached also right there. So you have your chipboard. So you've got your chipboard and then your paper bags for your mini. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you to not that one and not that one, but right here I am going to connect these 2 bags. I'm going to put these 2 bags together right here, which is going to put those here. So let me go ahead and do that for you real quick. Here again, along the edges, I want to use my red line tape or my Terrific Tacky tape. But on the center, you can use your ATG gun. So I'm going to just put these along the, I can't cut that way, right there. And then go along the edge here. Go right up to the end of your paper. Okay, I think I snipped my paper a little bit, but that's okay because it's going to be covered with your design paper. Get that on there. And then I'm going to go across to here as well. Because we're going to connect these two panels together, or these two bags, components. No, they're not opponents, they're components. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my ATG gun, and I'm just going to go right here. I will pull this apart. Okay. So I have these right just like that. Okay. And then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two bags together. So I want to make sure that they get on really straight as best as I can. I feel like don't know if y'all can see. Okay, and then let me bring this up. Just like that. Okay. So now we have this. We've got our bags connected right there. And you can see that right there. Okay. So what we have is we got a pocket. A pocket. And then we got a flappy thing. And then we got a pocket. Okay. Which is here. And then you got a flappy. And then you got another pocket. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to cover my paper with the design paper. So when I get that all done, then I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Thank you. I'll be right back. Hi everyone, this is Deb and I'm back to finish my tutorial. I went ahead and like I said, I got all my paper attached to my bags and whatnot. So here's what it looks like on the inside. So here, I just show you all the pages right here real quick, just like that. Okay, and this is my chipboard on the back, and it's attached to the flap of my paper bag. So anyway, what I was going to tell you is that on my bag right here, I went ahead and I put everything down. And all you're doing is using your tape, and you're just layering it right on top of one another. You can see it right there like that. Okay? And you just stack it right on top of each other and get it as straight as you can. And then so on the inside, with the first little flap, all I did was just tape around the edges on the inside, which creates a pocket. So you could add tags tags or journaling or whatever you wanted to do. And then you've got these big old pockets in here, because remember we put these two bags together, so you've got those big old pockets, and then you have another pocket right here, and then your bag you know, where you can put your tags and pictures or, you know, whatever. And then another pocket, and then your another bags. And then the back flap, here it is. The back flap is another pocket right there. So what I want to do is, so it's all bound together. It's all just laying on top of each other with the tape. It's a terrific sticky tape, I think, or tacky tape, sticky tape. Okay, anyway, you can get it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So I don't like my spine to show, so I'm going to show you how I do the final touches up on, you know, my binding. And what I took here was a piece of burlap, okay, and I cut it, and then what I did with it, it's stiff, is I decoupaged it so that, you know, I wouldn't have frayed edges or anything like that. And then I sprayed, you know, painted it with just a black paint. And then so I lined the inside here with my tape. And so now all I'm going to do now is just attach it to my album, and then that will be how I, you know, bind my albums. So that's going to be just like that. Okay? And you want to make it tight, but you want to leave a little bit of wiggle room in there so it will open. I don't know if you can see that. If I have something that I do have a piece of Chinese braid. So you want to leave a little bit of wiggle room in there. You don't want to glue this down because you want it to be able to open and give a little bit of flexibility in there. So you're just going to, you know, just glue down the front and the back. So I'm going to use tape on here, and I've not ever used a tape before, but I'm going to try it, and if it doesn't work, you know, this is just an experiment, and then I'll just go ahead and use either hot glue or I will tack it down with the Mod Podge, and that's what I had done originally. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And bring off my tape. So I hope you all try this, because, you know, the bags are fun mini albums to make, and the binding. And there are so many different ways to bind your album. I mean, I've seen on YouTube, and I don't remember who I saw it by, but it was with duct tape, and I haven't tried that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on here, and I'm going to get it as straight on one side, okay? Make sure my tape is where I want it, okay? And so right there, I'm going to just bring it down, okay? And then I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to pull it a little tight, but yet leave room down in there so that it has room to maneuver. When you okay, so that works out good. So there, good. So now I have my album, and you can see right here where it leaves some wiggle room in there so that you have room to expand and whatnot. So there is my binding for this mini right there. Okay, so I hope that you liked how that came out. And then I just want to show you an older one that I did, but I hadn't finished it yet. And I learned this from Laurel on, oh, I apologize, what is her YouTube name? No, it's not that. I'll leave a link at the bottom as soon as I can figure it out. But this is that gatefold and mini album that I did. And so there's so many things that you can do, and they're all paper bags. So there's so many things that you can do, and tags, all kinds of stuff you just kind of throw in there. Okay. Oh yeah, that was me in my younger days. So anyway, what I brought this one to show you really was how I used canvas. I used canvas all in the front, and I colored it with just paint. and you know, daubed it on there and whatnot. And so, and then this is the back right here. But this, I did it all with a canvas, and I kind of rolled the edges up on the side, so it looks a little bit neater. So y'all can see. So anyway, I hope you liked the tutorial, and I hope that you try to use your canvas and you know, dye it, and you know, just do what you want to do with it, because these are really fun, and I can't wait to start decorating this. But mainly I just wanted to show you how I did the binding for my minis. So ladies, I hope to hear from you soon, and y'all have a super duper evening, and I will see you real soon. And don't forget, I will leave a link on where I got this from. So see y'all later. Bye bye.